Hello, fabulous Aquarius. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of April 2016. General focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. This month, we've got a new moon happening, and this new moon is happening in a part of the sky for you that has to do with the right place at the right time, right person, right conversation that changes everything. There's lots of benefits to be had here with this particular new moon because it is happening arm in arm with your modern ruling planet, speaking to your ancient ruling planet. So this particular new moon is going to have special significance for you. The words that you speak now are going to shape not only the possibilities in front of you, but also shape an understanding of who you really are, what really matters to you, what do you really want, reaching right to the levels of identity for you, reaching right to the core of you. And it isn't just that things are happening on a level of mind. There is a lot happening on a level of mind, but also that there's a real sense of possibility and a real sense that what is arising now, the conversations now, are part of even bigger agreements, setting the stage for those bigger agreements. So we've got this new moon happening, and there's a few different ways it's going to speak to the Aquarians out there. So for some of you out there, this will be a chance to do a little bit of learning, right? So this could be a workshop, a day class, a skill building class. So this isn't necessarily like higher learning like a university, but more like you realize you want to learn something new, or one of your favorite writers is going to be doing a book signing. These are the types of situations that can play out with a new moon like this. You should definitely go if something like this arises because it looks like it has a very deep significance for you. So if you've heard of something and you've wondered if you should go or not, and it's taking place right around a week into the month, the closer the better. But if it's taking place right around that time frame, then you definitely should make that time and that space to go. You'll be that much more grateful for it. And it will have that personal significance. It won't just be about what you think it'll be about, but rather it'll challenge you in healthy ways. It'll help you move beyond what has been and help you to embrace a different understanding of yourself and what it is you really want to do next, what it is that you really desire to contribute to feel a greater sense of security now and in the future. What we also have happening with this new moon is if you are in any kind of writing, if you are a writer, broadcasting to a certain extent, any kind of media related venture, right? Even internet related stuff. All of that very blessed around this new moon, and all of that getting new opportunities. So if you're in any of those fields or you're in any of those endeavors, this can be that chance to do something really good, to do something really amazing that helps to take things forward and take things to another level in terms of the work that you are doing. This should help you to create greater possibilities as well. But as I said, this particular new moon is also right place at the right time and the right person. And when I see a new moon like this, it says to me, make sure you're busy, make sure you're out and about, you're active, you're doing your own errands, you're running around your neighborhood. These are the activities that are going to end up allowing the universe to facilitate some key connections and key meetings for you. Do any kind of networking events, do any kind of luncheons, get together with people to have coffee. And again, it's your neighborhood that is the hot spot where you could run into somebody and really it has an important moment for you, whether it is just that moment or they end up being a connection that really reaps a lot of benefits in the fullness of time, particularly as we get towards the end of the year and into next. This is the time that you want to make sure that you are busy, busy, busy. You'll be so grateful for it. And also this could just be a great idea, and it's not just a great idea, but if you've ever wanted to write a book or you've written a book and you want to write your next book, the idea that arises now is one that you should cherish and nurture. This is the time to pay attention to that and to start fleshing it out. Some brilliant idea that can create a lot of prosperity for you in the fullness of time could show up in the early part of the month. As we move towards the later part of the month, we do have a full moon happening at the very top of your sky. This is a very important placement. It's a sensitive placement. And it means that you're thinking about your life in a very expansive way. But the thing is, it's a full moon at the top of the sky. not really having any major conversations other than with an equally dreamy planet, which is Neptune. I look at this conversation and it says to me that you might have some really great ideas, there might be some promises, there might be some possibilities, and they seem very tied into money, prosperity, what it is, how much more you could generate for yourself, how much more prosperity you could experience. However, at the same time with this particular energy, there's something at play here that does suggest that it's kind of a dream, if you will, right? You're going to need some time to really manifest bigger things, but there can be a sense of understanding, there can be inspiration, and especially if you're a musician, this energy can be especially important for you to help you to channel some of that energy into creating some very beautiful piece of music. But for everybody else out there, where it comes to your career, there could be a lot of possibilities, there might be a lot of promises. This is a full moon, so there's a sense of fruition now, but also a sense of possibility of what could begin. Keep in mind, and just be mindful not to invest in anything major right around this time. Towards the later part of the month, Mercury is going to be in shadow by then, so you just want to be mindful of that. But for all of that, there is a sense now of progress, of possibility, and a sense of completion of some very important projects, likely very close to the heart, that allow you to feel like you've done something, you've achieved something that will have a measure of, really, it's like a beacon of what it is that can be done and what it is that you still desire to do. There's a sense now that you're building towards a future. You can see it, it's strong and it's stable, and it's one that is tremendously prosperous. It may take some time to flesh out all the details. This isn't a very detail-oriented full moon, but the promise is there. And really, all of manifestation begins with just that. It begins with a promise of the greater coming up ahead.